Alright, so I just got back from vacation last night around 2:30 in the morning. I left around 8:30 a.m. and this is going to be a little battles episode that I'm going to put in front of 81 and after 80, so it's going to be considered 80.5. And this is just going to be a big storytime episode where I don't talk about anything besides storytime, and there's going to be battles in the background, and it will be a live commentary, so I'm probably not going to play very good, but that's not that big of a deal. I got 2 drinks in front of me because I am expecting this to be rather long, but as some people know, I'm not very good at dragging out stories, and I end up going through them very quickly when I should turn a 30-minute story into a 5-minute story, and that's generally what I end up doing when I shouldn't be doing that. So we're just gonna hope I can carry on for like around 45 minutes. I'm not really sure how long it'll take me, and my phone's already ringing at the beginning of the episode. You guys shouldn't be able to hear it because it is in my pocket, and I'm using headphones for better sound quality, which I generally don't do, but I feel as if I should for a long story time. And before I get into the story time, there's some other stuff I would enjoy to talk about just to get out of the way before I start rambling into oblivion. So some people ask why I don't upload in 720p, and I generally don't. It is intentional. I can upload in 720p, but I did a little experiment with it recently by uploading one random video in 720p, and it ended up getting more dislikes than normal by a decent amount, because what it does is it distorts it, and there's no black bars on the side, and it makes it into a full screen, which distorts the things, and it makes it look all weird and stuff. And the black bars, it kind of just keeps it looking normal, because this game is not a long game, if that makes sense at all. And that's why I don't upload in 720p. If someone asked that, which hopefully they did. Well, they did, but I mean hopefully they're watching this video for the explanation of why. And I think that's that's the only important thing I had to entail before I got into the story time. So I think I've kind of put this in videos for like the past month, and they're probably going to go on for another month because I stockpiled a lot more than I needed to. But I'm already going on vacation again next week anyway for something we won in an auction like several months ago, and we forgot about completely, and I don't even want to go, but I'm going to Branson, but that's not really the topic of concern. I ended up going on vacation to a cruise called the Carnival Fascination, and we're not there yet though. So I was going on a cruise. We were going to leave on Friday night, which is when we ended up leaving, and we were going to drive it in 2 days, because if you guys don't know, I do live in Illinois, and it's a really far drive to Florida. It's like 13 hours if you don't stop, and presuming there's no traffic whatsoever. We had enough traffic to make it 17 hours, and so we were going to split it up into 2 nights, and it was a really long car ride, and you know, we were like, okay, this car ride's gonna suck, so we're gonna split into 2 nights, because then we can't check into our hotel till like Saturday 3 p.m. anyway. We're just gonna get up early and go. And I think we stopped in Tennessee or Kentucky or whatever and went to a Motel 6. And if anybody knows what hotel that is, you or have been there before, it was really, really gross and really nasty, and we had not mold, like in the vents and stuff, and it pretty much made it really hard to breathe in there, and it made it smell disgusting, and it had to have been awful for you in terms of breathing. We had crap on the walls, we had urine stains, there was toenails in the bed, cigarette holes burned through the bed sheets, and then we pretty much left right away, and we had to get a refund. And he didn't seem too surprised, so it wasn't just our rooms. We had 2 different rooms, and both of them were very bad. We were just going to stay, and then they ended up calling us saying their room was awful, and we figured that maybe it's just us with the bad room. You know, we'll deal with it and they'll be fine. There was 3 guys on the trip and 4 girls, and we had the 3 guys in that room, and we're like, you know what, we'll be fine. And then they ended up calling saying, you know what, this room's terrible, we gotta go. And then we pretty much all agreed, you know, let's just go. So we all ended up leaving, and then we ended up driving it all in one day, and then we got to the hotel in Jacksonville, Florida, which is where we reported to take off. Camo pinks aren't going to do anything. And which is where we reported to take off on the boat on Monday, and we got there on Saturday, so we had time to go to beaches and stuff. And the hotel we were staying at was an Embassy Suites, which is a very nice hotel. And, you know, we had to stay there till Monday, and we got there early, and they were all nice and let us check in. And then we got the Wi-Fi for free instead of having to pay for it because of somebody being argumentative in our group, and that's how it went down. But we got it for free, which was cool. You know, I had another day to check in, even though I couldn't really, I could reply to people for another day, which was awesome. Oh man, that drink's kind of sour. And yeah, we were in there, and then they went to the beach on the first day that we got there, and I think we just stayed home because, you know, we did. No, we just got out of the car ride, which was really long, so we decided, you know what, we'll stay here and take a nap, which was just me and my cousin. And we stayed and we took a nap for like 2 hours, and then we went to the happy hour. He got a couple drinks, I got some chips and salsa and pretzels, and I think I got like a Coke or something, because I'm like, I generally don't drink soda, but at the cruise it was only tea, lemonade, and water the whole time. So I pretty much was like, I don't generally drink it, but I'm gonna get sick of everything else, so I'm gonna start drinking soda until I'm on the cruise. So I had some Cokes and Dr. Peppers, and it was pretty good, you know. And then I drank energy drinks as well, and that was the happy hour, and it was pretty nice. The hotel was nice, and they had a breakfast that we went to get in like at 9:30, so we had to get up pretty early to go to it. And then the second day, they were like, let's go to the beach again. So this time we did go to the beach, and I didn't wear sunscreen. I don't like sunscreen. I actually don't think it helps you at all. I think it makes it worse. Every time I wear it, I end up getting burned. If I don't. Generally speaking, which is going to lead into a story time probably in 10 minutes from now, or hopefully longer, because that would mean I'm not dragging it out enough, and I'm not explaining in enough detail. And, you know, we're at the beach. No, we're not at the beach yet. We're at the hotel. We had happy hour. You know, then we went to bed. We were in Embassy Suites, and we had like 3 people in one room and 4 people in their room. They had 2 beds, 2 people a bed, and then we had a couch in that room and a blow-up mattress. So we had to pull out the couch. It was a pull-out couch with a mattress. We took out the mattress, laid it on the floor, and then we slept on the mattress on the floor and used 2 bed sheets as blankets because, you know, we both enjoy cold, so that's what we ended up doing. Okay. And that's what we both enjoy doing. And we ended up sleeping through the first night, and we used the wind machine, and the third person in the room didn't even know what a wind machine was. And if you guys didn't know, it's a machine that makes noise so that it allows you to sleep at night. Let's just use normal towers as opposed to my strategy, because it's hard to do when talking. And they didn't like the wind machine. They couldn't sleep with it at all. But neither of us can sleep without one, and generally people sleep with TVs anyway, so it wasn't that big a deal. And they ended up sleeping through it really easily. And they're like, you know, that wasn't that bad. And then they used the wind machine. Pretty much once you use the wind machine, you always use the wind machine because they're amazing. And everybody starts out hating them, then they love them. And you know, we slept through the first night, and then the next day comes around, and then they're like, okay, we're gonna go to the beach again. After we ate breakfast, and we ended up going to the beach on Jacksonville, Florida. This one was not one like the cruise boat was going to the Bahamas, and this one was not going, because we were still in Florida, and so in other words, this one didn't. You too. This one was not, like, I don't know, whenever you go on vacations and you're like out of country, you know, like, it's generally a tourist spot, so there's the people that try to sell you everything. This one wasn't like that. You just go to the beach, you swim till you have your fair share, then you leave. And that's what we were doing. And then we swam for a while. We didn't, oh yeah, but these ones, the waves, you couldn't see your feet at all. Like, you couldn't see under the water wasn't clear, so you couldn't see if there was something below you, and like there's fish in the water and they ram in your feet and you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. And like, it was really scary. And like, I think we ended up going, like, me and my cousin went like 50 to 100 feet out. We went pretty far out. You know, that feet might change, because like, it was really, really hard waves, and the water didn't get deeper, so we were still at water that didn't even go up to our chest, or our stomach, I guess. And the waves would crash into you and slam you back 20 feet. You'd fall and go under 3 waves, and you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. But you know what, you know, it was a fun time still, even though nobody died, and there was no shark attacks, so you know, that was good. We went to the beach, everybody was covered in sand. And like, we went to the hotel room, sand was everywhere, you know, and like, we got one shower for 7 people. You know, there's a slight issue here, because sand's gonna be everywhere. So we pretty much all sat down, and we had to go and shower. And they ended up going to the pool to get the sand off, so it was just me and my cousin in the room. So I'm like, okay, yeah, there we go. And it was just me and my cousin in the shower. Not me and my cousin. Me and my cousin were all the ones in the room, because they were at the pool. This guy's talking and it's really confusing me, so I'm gonna stop responding. I mean, it's nothing against him. It's just I struggled to keep up 2 things going at once, because it's hard to talk and play as it is. I'm already playing pretty badly, but it's not that big a deal. And I think I showered first, and then he showered to get the sand off of us, and then we put those clothes in bags, because you're not getting sand off in one shower, because sand is evil and the bane of everything, and it doesn't want to come off ever. And pretty much that's how it went down. We showered, and we put the clothes in the bags, and then we left them in the car when we got on the boat, but we're not to that point yet, and long story short, it made it really smelly on the way back. But we're not there yet. So I ended up, yeah, I'll be right back shortly. Yeah. Alright, so I'm back. It's been 3 hours or so, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. And now I have to pick up where I left off roughly, which I think it was the day before I got onto the cruise, and we just got back from the beach. And that being said, we just got back from the beach. They went to the pool, and we went to the room, and I guess they were going to get the sand off of them at the room, or at the pool first before they got in the room. Then we showered. It was all fine. And then, you know, well, we're getting on the boat tomorrow, and so we have to pack all of our bags. I don't know, I think I brought in a deck of cards, and then my cousin brought in Uno, and then we did that at the night, and then sand was everywhere, so we had to put it in a bag, and we like left that. I think I ended up bringing my bag. No, I packed my bag of wet sandy clothes in like a Walmart bag or something, and then I put it in my bag, my suitcase that I was going to bring onto the boat. And I brought a backpack and a suitcase, but I brought the backpack for the first 3 days and the suitcase for the boat, just so I'd have less to bring on. And I carried the backpack in my lap for the whole way there, and then the suitcase packed up, and then everybody else brought a lot of stuff, and the car ride was rough. So then I can't find a match, which makes story time rather difficult, because it wouldn't be as fun as a story time if there's not really anything going on in the background. So we need to get a background thing going soon. Okay, 8233, Mace the Assassin. I will pick my towers for you. No, I want that. And okay, so you know, we have all of our bags packed, and it's probably around 9 p.m. at this point, and we're not really that tired, and we're not allowed to board the boat until like 4 hours prior to it taking off, but we decided we want to get there early so we don't have to just wait in the long lines. We ended up getting there around 10:30 a.m. and then that night I'm not even doing the strat right. Oh man, it doesn't matter. We ended up getting there, or that night we played Uno for the night, then we packed up, and then we got like me and my cousin, we got some games to play on our phone for the trip, because we want to have our phones the whole trip, and like at night when you're laying down, you don't go to bed right away, or at least we don't. Other people might, but we don't. Let's put this on last. And so we got a game called My Singing Monsters, because there was tons of ads for it, and we deleted that within 5 minutes. But we got it. And then we got a game called Mountain Goat Mountain, and it's a game where you're a goat and you go up mountains until you fall and die. Which, you know, admittedly, that's like all we played the whole time. And then I got like a little Game Boy emulator on my phone that I used like on like the 3rd and 4th day at night, and then for part of the car ride back. But that's not that important really, I guess. Oh crap. And you know, we had little games on our phone that we used to stall for time, and then we ended up trying to board around 10:30, and we had to go through a lot of security stuff. And generally it takes like 2+ hours to get onto the boat and get through all the security and all the lines and stuff. Because, you know, you have to go to like 10 different stops. They have to check all your bags. Suspicious people, or like if they're dressed weird, they get like dogs stiff them down for drugs, and they get their bags sniffed. And you know, if you have like a can of pepper spray on you or something, you can't take that on, and it gets confiscated, and then they go through the rest of your stuff, and it turns into a big deal, and then you get held up because you're waiting behind all those people. And oh crap, I might die next round. So you're waiting behind all those people, but we got there early enough to where we only had like half an hour to an hour to get on the boat, which sounds bad, but it really wasn't at all. And you know, oh god, this might hurt. And you know, it was fun. You know, we got on the boat probably around like 11:30 or 11 to 11:30 when you're supposed to get on at noon. Oh crap, this hurts a lot. I'm gonna stop talking about story time back to story time. Alright. And you know what? I was gonna get a farm, but now I don't want a farm. So yeah, then you have to like sit behind all those people, and it turns into a big deal, but we got there early enough to where it didn't really matter. So we were one of the first people on the boat, and people were still getting off, because like the day you get off, more people get on, and they go back to the water, because that's how a cruise line works. And you know, we pretty much got on right away, and you're not supposed to go to your rooms till like about an hour before takeoff, so they have time to clean the rooms. But we already had our room keys, and like going through security, what we had to do, we had to have birth certificates, driver's license and stuff. Pretty much had to have what's the tech? You had to have pretty much all of your personal information, and then like they're like, what's your birthday? And you have to say it's like January 7th, 1943 or something. And they're like, if it's wrong, then well, don't get your own birthday wrong. That's the first thing you should do. Don't mess up your own birthday. It makes a big deal. Like, no, seriously, don't. That's gonna, yeah. And then like they ask you like, have you been exposed to anybody with Ebola in the past 48 days or something? And If you say yes, you're not allowed on the boat. Have you had stomach cramps within the past week and a half? And if you put yes, you're not allowed on the boat. You're not allowed to be sick within like the past week once you get on the boat. So if like even if you've had them, you say no, you did not have stomach pains. I was sick literally 4 days before I got on the boat. And what did I say? I was sick? No, I was a perfectly healthy person. I promise. At that point, I was healthy, you know, by the time I was on the boat. It's not like I was so sick that I couldn't go, and then I had friends that their whole family couldn't go on because the person had a stomach flu like a week before, which is what I had, and it was really miserable, and I couldn't even get out of bed. And, you know, you go through all the security, you go through all that stuff, and then you get on the boat, and then, like, you have to, like, take a picture before you get on the boat with whoever you're all going with. Which, that's not that big of a deal, you know, it's just a picture before you get on. You're allowed to buy it. It's like $20 per picture, because pictures are nice and expensive. Or no, it's probably closer to 15. Yeah, it's probably closer to 15. And, you know, you take your picture, then you get on the boat, and after you get on the boat, then, you know, you have free reign. It's a boat. You can do whatever you want. You have a whole entire week to sit in a room and watch TV if you're that kind of person on a boat who doesn't leave their room. When you're on a boat with infinite things to do. And, you know, this is like day one of boat, and we're going to be on there for 5 days. This is a new home, so we went to our rooms early to see if it was ready yet, and it was. I guess ours was one of the first rooms they did, because like other rooms in our hallway weren't ready yet, and we were on deck 6, and there was 14 floors, and I think like deck 12 is a spa deck. All the other ones you have to like go by stairs and stuff. Or no, you can only go up to like deck 10 by elevator, and you have to like take stairs for the rest, because it's like a spa deck and a gym, a golf course, a shuffleboard, water slides. And, you know, that was on, like, the decks above that. There was a 21 and older deck that, like, went into the comedy club. That wasn't always a comedy club, because it does change activities. And then, like, the cruise ship I specifically went on, it was called the Carnival Fascination, for those who are wondering. And the reason why this is important is that's the cruise ship that the band Perry was on, and that was a big thing. Even though I don't like them, I did not listen to them, I did not go to the concert. I'm going to specify all of this beforehand before I get stuff like that. But those of you who are interested in that stuff, they were on the boat, and I actually saw them when I get off the boat. I saw them get sneaked onto the boat, which was pretty funny. And you know, they were snuck onto the boat, and it was interesting to say the least. And, you know, like, they like pulled up in the little carnival taxi, and they got snuck into crew only. And, you know, their concert tickets were pretty pricey. It's like $80 and stuff per ticket, which is like, this boat's already expensive. I'm not gonna go to an expensive concert. And, you know, it was pretty cool with other people. If you guys don't know who they are, who wrote like If I Die Young or Chainsaw or something. And they didn't get snuck on the first day, though. I'm gonna point that out too. It was a pretty neat experience. And then the first day, like, there's activities you can do, and they have towel animals that, like, whenever you're at dinner, they put in your room, which is also really neat. I'm gonna take a drink. Okay, that was good. So, pretty much, the cruise director we had, his name was George, and he wasn't a very fun cruise director, so all of the activities planned were pretty dumb. So we didn't really do any activities on like the boat at all. This could hurt a little bit. Are you gonna shoot mortar? No? Okay, I'll just get a couple of them to leak less. Ouch. And we're gonna kill this guy, just so I can focus on less of this. Now, and now this mortar should just make us leak a little bit slower, and now he's going to die right about now. So we're gonna keep playing cook matches. And he was very, like, he wasn't a good cruise director, so all the activities were dumb. So I'm like, well, the best part about the boat's generally the activities, at least the other ones that I went on. So I didn't really have any activities to do, so I had to find something else to entertain me for 5 days. And mind you, the boat's really fun. There's a pool, there's infinite food, 24-hour buffet, 24-hour room service. You know, it's not that hard to find something to do, but I'm like, you know what, I want to do something new on the boat that I haven't done on the previous boats that I went on. And, oh, come on, find a match, game on, sirs. Ugh. So I'm like, I want to find something to do, because, you know, you're on a boat. You're not going to sit in your room the whole time. You want to be doing something on the boat, because you're not going to go pay to somewhere and then be miserable. We've only gotten, like, pools and ink blot. We only have gotten pools and ink blot. It doesn't matter. And so I'm like, you know what, let's go. I'll put my stuff in my room. In the room that I had, I was in a 2-person room, and then we had 2 rooms. We had a 2-person room and a 5-person room. They had 5 people in a room, and the room was the same size as our 2-person room. And our 2-person room had 2 little beds on the side. It had a little bathroom. I won! Yay! It had a little, like, I don't know, like, there's like several thousand rooms on the boat. So all the rooms are really small, so you can fit a ton of people into a small area, I guess, is the easiest way to put it. So we were not in a big room by any means, and it was pretty crowded with 2 people, and they had 5 people in it, and then it would get really hot at night for them, I guess. And pretty much, you know, we're like, okay, I'll take one bed, you take the other. We'll just put our stuff by our beds. And we had the bathroom. It was awesome. Like, it had like a button in the wall that you press to flush the toilet, as opposed to like a handle thing, which, you know, that may not be cool, but it's like, it's something new and it's different and weird, so it's cool. And that's an interesting thing that this guy is doing. And that's what, we'll just put it here if he's not going to send anything, right about there. And, you know, it's like, oh, that's neat. You know, I generally don't see that stuff in my house or whenever I'm somewhere else. And then, like, the shower or whatever, like, they had, like, a shower gel thing and a shampoo thing already on the wall, so you didn't need to use your own, which I knew that in advance. So, I mean, I still had stuff packed just in case it was different. But, like, it's like, you know what, if you already have stuff here, it's just easier than, like, having a packed shower, because, you know, it's small rooms. So the shower's obviously not very big. It's just a little thing you stand in, and it's got the little nozzle that you can, like, take off and hose yourself. You get to, like, move it around. And if you guys don't know, I'm doing hand movements that you guys can't see, and it makes me look pretty dumb, but it's fine. And, you know, we had that, and it was cool and all. And, you know, our room was pretty neat. You know, we ordered room service right away. We got a couple grilled cheeses. We got, like, a couple milks each. And we got a chocolate cake and chocolate mousse. And the chocolate cake was delicious, mind you. Because I like food, like most people who enjoy life. Because if you don't like food, then it's kind of weird. It's like, you're I don't know. You can't live without food, so you might as well like it. And the chocolate cake, it looked delicious. And, like, I don't like icing, but instead of icing, they use, like, hot fudge on the top. Except it's, like, a solid hot fudge. I don't know how to explain it, but it's delicious. So, yeah, delicious hot fudge. I think I've already played 4 games, and I'm like, what? 30 minutes. Holy crap, I'm 30 minutes in. I'm only on day 1 of boat. Oh, man, this is gonna be... It's fine. It's okay. I've been talking about... Okay, I've been rambling too much about instead of summarizing. You know, we had 24-hour room service. We called in food. We ate food. That's how it should be. And there's not as many cool activities on the boat. So I'm like, you know what? I'll go try the club. And this club was called the Club 02, ages 15 to 17. So I'm like, okay, maybe it'll be dumb, maybe it'll be cool, but I'll go see it, check it out. Just kidding, we're not there yet. I went to the buffet first. after ordering room service. I'm like, okay. And if you guys don't know, you have to pay for soda, you have to pay for beer, everything else is all inclusive. So all the food is all inclusive, and the drinks are tea, lemonade, water, hot chocolate, and coffee 24 hours a day. And then for breakfast you can get apple juice, orange passion fruit cocktail, and lemonade, and then tea too, and chocolate milk, and then there's like regular milk and 2% milk and skim milk, and there's milk, which you can pretty much get 24 hours a day as well. This is an awesome random loadout. I am going to point that out there, and I can probably live past around 30, hopefully. And you know, that stuff's all inclusive, and it's like, awesome, this stuff's all inclusive, so I get to have pretty much the lemonade. I'm not really a sour person, I don't like sour things, so I just drunk tea the whole cruise. But then like you get sick of tea only, so then I started mixing them, like 80% lemonade, 20% tea, and it's called Arnold Palmer, and that's what I ended up drinking, which is slightly less important, but it's a story time, so I'm going to explain everything, including every single delicious food that I went into my mouth over the course of this trip. I don't think I gained much weight, because I'm generally a pretty active person. Yeah, there we go. I'm generally a pretty active person, so I can lose weight at a ridiculous rate if I have to. Like, I've done wrestling, I've had to lose 12 pounds in a day before. You know, I'm not too worried about gaining a pound a day that I can lose, rather within like a couple weeks if I need to. So, you know, I'm not too worried. I don't think I ended up gaining anything. If anything, I gained 1 pound, which is not that big of a deal. So that's just how that went, and I have no idea what this guy's doing, but more power to him. And it was all inclusive, which was cool. I probably should have put, that's a dumb spot to put the boomer, but it's fine, it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, I had, what was I talking about? Oh my god, my memory just blanked. I am dumb. What was I okay, so we were on boat. I drank food. Yes, I drank food. I ate liquid. I drank food. Yeah, I'm not in a good place. I'm tired. Pretty much the activities, I ended up going to a club, which, you know, yeah, we're just gonna fast forward to there. You know, I ate with family. Yeah, we're gonna summarize it. I ate with family. Good enough. Fast forward to club. Go. Alright, so this was probably around 7 p.m. the first night, you know. That's probably a little bit later. We just had a fine dining dinner, which is where you go down, you sit, you're in pretty clothes, and then you get like a starter. I need to talk about that now. Darn it. So, you know, we get a fine dining, you know, you go in, you have to like go through a long line, because, you know, it's limited, and ours was like whenever we wanted, so we could go and eat food whenever we wanted in the fine dining from like 5:45 p.m. to like 9:45 p.m. And now, mind you, you don't get kicked out at 9:45 p.m. You have to like have a table by 9:45 p.m., which can change matters a decent amount. And pretty much the food, it's the fancy food of the boat. You know, you can go, you can get lobster, you can get steak, you can get bacon, macaroni, and cheese, you can get fried chicken, you can get grilled chicken, you can get alligator, you can get tilapia, you can get salmon. I experimented and had a little bit of everything besides steak, because I already have meat. And where I am surrounded by miles of corn. I pretty much tried a lot of weird foods. I tried lobster tail, I tried shrimp. Now, mind you, I have had a decent amount of this stuff before, but I just wanted to point out some of the stuff that I did have. I'm going to leak a little bit. That's not that big of a deal. You know, we had shrimp, we had tilapia, we had alligator, we had bacon macaroni, which was delicious. It also had chicken in it. We're going to put this thing on strong. This has got to go on strong. It's just got to. And hopefully he gets overwhelmed soon, because I'm not really going to layer, because I don't care enough. Actually, yeah, I was gonna stop sending blues, but yeah, we're gonna stop sending blues. Now I'm gonna start waiting, and I'm gonna save up money and get farms. So yeah, I tried some pretty weird foods. I tried squid. Oh crap, I might need something else for this. Will I need something else? Not immediately. Yeah, no, we're not gonna need something right away. There you go, farm. And I think, let's see, what's the, ooh, this actually is, no, going on first. Oh, don't whiff. Don't. Alright. We are going to get something else. Why is this hurting so bad? Oh. Oh, we're at 68. I just ruined it. No. Oh. No, it doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, man. I got a really crappy ricochet spot. So, we're gonna get this. And it's gonna go on last. And now I'm not getting anything for 8. Unless I really need to. I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh yeah, food. I was eating food, tilapia, we had fancy food, we had gators. I tried a lot of weird stuff that a lot of people want to put in their mouth. And some of the stuff, it's probably just casual eating for you based on where you live. And I will say this with certainty that I have people out of the United States that watch this. I have a decent base in Canada. And by the way, I love all Canadians. They are all very, very nice people. And I love you guys because Canadians are really nice and Americans are really mean. And now don't even tell me I'm wrong if you're an American. I'm not looking at an individual. I'm looking at America as a whole. Don't tell me that we are not mean people. We are extremely mean people. Like we're like almost as mean. I'm not gonna get the specifics because that would also be mean. And that's also why we're mean people. You know, we're like, you know, maybe we aren't very mean. These people are more mean. Let's make ourselves feel better. If we're not as bad as them, then we're not bad people. America's pretty mean. So yeah, I ended up going to the club place. I ended up meeting a lot of people. I got some pictures, which I will flash up hopefully now. If I flash this up now, this means I edited. I'm going to timestamp this 37 minutes in. Timestamp. Put up a picture of people. What one? I have 2 pictures I'm going to put up throughout the video. I'll probably just put one up and then the other one's going to flash up afterwards. And if I do that, that means I edited. And if I didn't do it, that means you guys can call me out for being a lazy person. Actually, I'm not going to lie. If I don't do it, it's not because I was lazy. It's just because I completely forgot about it. Because I generally don't edit in pictures that pop up in my videos. Generally, I might have done it once or twice before. I'm not sure if I've done it recently. I don't think I have. Actually, let me rephrase. I haven't even been on a computer recently. So, yeah. We're gonna get this. And this guy's going to die. 1. To that. So, I ended up meeting a lot of cool people, and we played some games that were different. Than most games. This was a teens club, mind you. Or I guess 15 to 17. Not exactly teens. It was a club that I went to within my age group. And I've said how old I was before. You guys can figure that out pretty easily, I hope. He's going to read and farm so bad. He's going to read and farm really bad. I don't think he's even going for Maelstrom. He could afford one, mind you, if he does this right, but it's not. Okay. He's dead. Okay. So I ended up meeting some pretty nice people, and we played games called, like, Never Have I Ever, or 10 Fingers. I'm going to give it multiple names, just so people get it. Like, I'm going to give an example. Never have I ever drank tea. Now, mind you, this is a PG version that I'm going to say. Like, never have I ever drank tea. If you drank tea, you put down a finger, now you have 9 fingers as opposed to 10. Never have I ever drank lemonade. Let's say you never did drink lemonade. You get to keep all 9 fingers up still. But if you have drank lemonade, now you're down to 8. And you pretty much go till you're out of 0. Once you're at 0, you are out of the game. And then there is a game called the Awkward Game, which we played, which is where you ask a question, and the answer is a person in the room. And then they go to that person in the room, restate the question that was asked and that they are the answer. And then you ask them another question, and they go and answer the person. And then like only like 3 people know the question and that, and then it gets really awkward based on the questions that people ask, because there's lots of gay questions. Yeah, there's lots of gay questions. It's weird. Let's do this. And that's the awkward game. Then we had a duck war. Underscore Madison. Which we got like rubber ducks and chucked them at each other. Don't question the duck war. That was fun. We got rubber ducks and we like threw them at each other. And people got decked in the face, and the people who weren't playing got all ticked off about it, and they're like, it's a duck war, I'm sorry. I can't get mad because you guys are chucking ducks at each other. Quack, quack. You know, that's how it was. I'm going to try to get 2 1-0 farms before round 4. If you send stuff, it's going to be slightly harder. But we're going to do it. And, yeah, we had a duck war, we had Mario Kart tournaments, which is like, you know, you get some people, you play Mario, you don't lose. And it's Mario Kart. And then there was, like, Just Dance. I didn't play Just Dance, but I watched it, and some people were really good, and some people were funny to watch. What category was I in? I didn't play Just Dance, because I already know I'd be one of the people that's funny to watch. I can't dance. Ever. I'm really bad at it. Please don't make me dance, because I can't dance for my life or for someone else's life. If I have to dance for somebody's life, I'm really sorry. I owe you one. Oh crap. Oh darn it. Because this might hurt a little bit. Group balloons are mean. We're spamming pinks at them, even though I had to sell a farm and get up a ninja to live. Was it worth it? No, I leaked more. I don't care. I don't care about lives though. So yeah, we did Just Dance, we did Mario Kart, and then there was like people that were playing NBA, 2K15, and Madden on PS4s and Xbox Ones, which I didn't. I didn't really play any video games on the boat, because I'm on a boat. I don't need to play video games for entertainment. And then we did some Gin Rummy games. If some of you guys know what that is, it's a pretty fun game. Would recommend it. Gin Rummy. It's a card game. You should play it. You'd like it. Or maybe you wouldn't. Oh man. Oh, there we go. And there we go. And blacks. You guys might like it. If you guys like poker, you'd like Gin Rummy. And I'm trying not to focus on the game at all. I'm just trying to talk, but I'm not doing a very good job at it now that I'm not focused anymore. I was focused originally, then I got interrupted, and then all the focus went away, and I wasn't. Yeah. Okay, all the stuff is on first. He's not very good at target priorities. Like, the boomer should be on last, the ninja should be differently placed and on strong. Mechanic should be differently placed and on play, whatever, at this point. And he's not leaking, and it's confusing me. Seems like that would leak a little bit more. There we go, there's some leaks. I love it, I don't care. Okay, so, why was I singing? That happened, haha, you can laugh at my singing voice, ugly singer. There we go, haha, aha! Now we're live again. Now we don't need to focus on the game anymore. So, we met people, we played games like the Awkward Game and Gin Rummy. I think we did a couple games of. Most people didn't know how to play, so it was kind of awkward. And then we did like an 8-person game of PS, which you guys made it slightly confusing, and a lot of people right off. I'm like, oh, maybe this isn't the best idea. Then we had dance parties every night. And mind you, I can't dance, but when like 60 plus people are dancing, I'm okay to look awkward. Because I'm not going to be the only one that looks awkward. Because everybody danced. It was, you dance, or you're weird, because you're not dancing, even if you're awkwardly moving your arms. And it was great. And then the most funny person to dance was the guy who got the most into it. Which was awesome. I'm at 51 lives. Oh yeah. So then, like, we had dance parties every night, we had free sodas, we had drinks, we got a shirt, it was awesome. And hopefully I did flash up those pictures, and you will understand. You will understand the amount of people there. Now, mind you, the picture that flashed up with a lot of people in it, that was taken like at 2 a.m., so like more than half the people were gone. And I'm gonna point that out in advance because there's still a lot of people there, but that's just meant to give a reference of how many people were there. Okay, if he sends camos, I'm gonna have to sell a farm and use ninja quick reflexes. Ninja quick. Real quick. Ninja quick. Oh, it's game sped up, alright. Yo, the game just sped up on me. 4-9, 4-10, 4-11, 4-12, okay. So, I just wanted to point that out there, and it's 14, now it's around 13, right? Oh no! Go! I didn't do that good, but I don't care, I'm just gonna make it big. Just make it big. Just make it big. Camo pinks. Okay, he's dead. Next guy. So yeah, we had dance parties every night. There was deck parties. There was like one deck party. There wasn't a lot of deck parties, I guess. Cannon mortar? Sure. And we had those, and it was fun. Everyone danced. We all got along. Like everybody, like almost everybody got along who went there, which was really cool. I'm like, hey, look, everybody's getting along. Yeah, happy dogs. And on the last day, it's like, wow, I'm never gonna see any of you again. Then people were sad. I'm like, wow, it's only been 5 days, and everybody's friends. That's not how it's supposed to work. It's not supposed to be that fast. But it was, and it wasn't weird. Like, as people left, they're like, I gotta hug everyone. Everybody was hugged by everyone. Multiple times. Yeah. And, like, there was, like, a couple group hugs. And I'm fast forwarding a lot, and I'm skipping days. But, like, that group got really close really quickly. And I'm saying that. And then there was some truth or dare, and some truth or truth. And, yeah. That's how it was. And the questions asked, I'm gonna keep people's names anonymous, but everybody was from different parts of the world, though. Like, I think I met some people that were from the same state as me. I'm like, holy crap, we might know each other, even though we didn't. But it's like, we have a chance to not ever see, like, it's like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's like, we live close enough to each other to where there's a chance we'll run into each other. Like, we're like 30 minutes away from each other, and it's like, wow, that is weird. And, you know, then there's people that were literally from different countries. And this is why I said Canadian people are nice, because some people, like, there's like a couple people that were from Canada there. I'm like, oh my god, you're super nice, and it's creepy because we're all mean. Comparatively. Not necessarily we're all mean, but those people are really nice. And I don't have farms. Whoops. I always have farms, but I don't now. I don't. And so that's like, it was a really interesting trip because there was no activities. I think I went to like, there was one unannounced magic show that I happened to find accidentally that I went to. And I'm like, cool, I found a magic show on accident. Crap, this is where I need to do this. And I need to do this, I guess, because I'm dumb with placements. Come on, 2-0. 2-0. Oh, this could hurt. Okay. Okay. That was my bad. This is gonna hurt a lot because of my stupidity. But I think we fixed it now. Did I correct my mistake? I hopefully corrected my mistake. That's 600. That's 1,000. Okay. Okay. Now, next boost, we're getting a ring of fire. Come on. Next boost, please. There we go. Okay. Now we should be fine. Should be fine. Alright. We're good. We're fine now. And, like, we all got really close, and there was dance parties, and there was, like, free drinks in there, so I didn't have to pay for different drinks for, like, one of the nights. So I'm like, awesome. I wasn't gonna buy it. I didn't buy anything on the boat besides, like, some pictures anyway. But I just want to point that out there, because some people will be like, oh, you know, you're spending a lot of money. It's like, I actually didn't spend much. I really didn't. I don't. So 4 lives. Okay, he's dead. Yay! That's another game. And then, you know, everybody got close. Hopefully I flashed up those pictures and he will realize, like, oh, these people don't look like they met each other 5 days ago. And we did, and it's like, wow, that's cool. And like, some people came together that were in there, admittedly, but like, it was a ton of people. And the group leader was really nice, and it was awesome. And then like, the food, there was options. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of food you like, there was food that you would like. What would be good for this map? I'm thinking I have an idea that's really dumb, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Let's do this. There we go. And we're gonna get this a 2-1 Dartling by 4. And I don't know why. Like, I don't think boomers are good for this map specifically, so I'm not gonna use boomers. We're gonna get this upgrade, and then we're gonna send reds. No, just kidding. We're not gonna send reds anymore. I want to get 300 eco, so we will send reds. Just kidding, we're not going to send reds. No more reds. This is an interesting loadout that's not necessarily bad. There we go, we got a 1-1 Dartling gun. We're just going to aim you right here. And pretty much on the boat, there was lots of food options. There was burgers, there was mascatroli, there was delis, which were delicious. And if you go on a Carnival cruise line, I'm not gonna speak for other cruise lines because I don't know, but every boat cruise that I went on was Carnival. Use the deli a lot. Deli only. Only eat, like, the stuff's delicious. You can live off of that deli. You want deli, and you want pizza. And if there's burgers, you want burgers too. You want everything. You want to eat everything they have. Don't even, you're on a cruise line, don't worry about weight gain. That's a home problem. You just eat. You eat to your content. You eat past your full. You just eat. What do? You eat. Om nom food. It's delicious. You eat once you're full. You go to the bathroom, because you end up going to the bathroom like a lot on that boat. You go to the bathroom a lot on that boat. And you're like, I don't have to go that much. You're going to have to go a lot. The food's going to kill your stomach. It's going to be worth it. You're not going to worry about it. I just wanted to get that out of the way. And, man, he's layering. So sad. Oh, man, I'm just, whatever. It's fine. We're not gonna leak. Boom, boom. Oh, yeah. I saved it. Just kidding. Crap. I was really gonna get all pretty with no eyes lost, and then that didn't happen. So, you're just gonna eat a lot on the boat, and, yeah. And then, like, there was dance parties, and there was, like, beanbag. There was one beanbag tournament, and we ended up sleeping in past it. But I played beanbags about every night with family, and beanbag was a really fun game. Don't know beanbags. You get like these couple, 3 big beanbags. You're supposed to have 3, but don't eat 3. You get a partner. They stand on opposite sides, and there's like a little board you throw it in, and that little board you throw it in, if you get it on that board, you get 1 point. If it goes in, it's 3 points. You play to 21 points. If you bust, you go to 15 points because you have to get exactly 21. And that's pretty much how to play beanbags, essentially. And it sounds, and you just pretty much throw it. Whoever gets, like, say it's 1-0. If you're the guy who got the point, the most recent point, you throw your beanbag first for the next turn. So it's not that complicated, even though it sounds like it is from a glance. It's not, I promise. And pretty much you just throw beanbags back and forth until somebody wins. So we did that like almost every night. We tried shuffleboard once, so the thing was broken. And I actually didn't swim at all on the boat. I just swam on Florida and then the stop. There's one of the stops I swam at. I mean, I can get this thing to a ricochet. I'm not gonna leak to your rush that much to care, and you're gonna spend a lot of money on it. Let's do that. Maybe that'll farm up a little bit. I'm not really trying to go for a kill. If he dies, he dies. Nah, that might do something. Mind you, I can kill him pretty easily if I wanted to. I have enough camo detection, or easily camo detection, to where I'm not very worried. Next round he's gonna die. He's dying next round. That's what I've decided. I can kill him with camos, but that's no fun. We're just gonna send a bunch of rainbows. It was a little mini region farm that still got popped though. Next round is on. He's dead. Oh yeah. Da 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 da. Come on. He's definitely gonna die. It's just a matter of when. He should be dead right about now. 69 ha, 69 lag. Guy's dead. Okay. So, we were. I already lost my spot in the story because I wanted to send a rush, and I started focusing on the game. Story times are difficult. We are like what, 56 minutes in. Holy crap! We're not even to the stops yet. It's okay. This is my welcome back video. Oh man. It's not like recording, it's like I'm going on vacation again soon, so I'm gonna need a stockpile again. And the fact it's like, oh, my welcome back video is an hour. I'm gonna need to spend a lot of time editing it. And the fact that I stuck at story times and tend to ramble or not ramble enough. You know, you can be the deciding factor of that. Like right now, Rubeens. You know what? If he wins, you get the 4-1 win-loss, and I don't like that. So we are going to utterly destroy him by not focusing on the game at all. Yeah. So, if you guys don't know how I generally make battles episodes, I'm just gonna spend like 45 seconds on this little bit. What I do, I generally play like 45 minutes to an hour, and then I speed them up a lot because I personally think these kind of games are boring. But it's a story time, so I need a lot of time, and I don't have time to play 6 hours of battles. So this is just gonna be one time speed and a story time, and I could just make it just a story time thing, but something in the background just always nice to have if you're gonna listen, or if you want to watch and there's still stuff going on. The strategies aren't gonna be super high tech, you know, they're just gonna be something I can play in the background with. So that's just how this works. And now I completely lost my spot. I don't even know where I was talking about or what I was at, just because of this little bit. So you know what, I'm just gonna go. You know, we're now on boat day 3. We are at the first stop. It was in the Bahamas, and we ended up getting off. I think that we stayed ported from 9 a.m. to like 11. You had to be on the boat at 11:30 p.m. You know, you had a lot of time. So what we did, we went to the beach for like 3-ish hours, and we had to skip breakfast. Me and my cousin got to skip breakfast, and we were starving. And they didn't skip breakfast because they're like, oh, you guys have to shower, we'll go eat food and then go before you guys eat. So we didn't get to eat. We're like, we're gonna go eat. They're like, nope, you're not gonna eat, you're gonna starve. I'm like, that's so mean, I just want food. And we didn't get to eat food, and then we were starving. Like, you know what, we're gonna walk back. And they got all ticked off about it. I'm like, you guys can come, we're getting food. Now mind you, everybody wanted food besides one person at that point. I'm like, I don't care if you're ticked off. And she got really ticked off. I'm like, I still don't care. That person also had my birth certificate. So yeah, that's not my best idea. But I have my birth certificate back and safe and sound, so we are fine. And pretty much we were at the beach for 3 hours. I ended up trying, like, I was so hungry, I'm like, I'm not gonna swim anymore. I am starving. I am going to go put on clothing and make it look like I'm about to walk away so you guys speed up. But I didn't tell them that. And then I didn't put on my shirt. So I didn't end up putting on clothing. And I'm like, I'm gonna take a nap. So then I passed out on the beach, and I woke up an hour later, sunburnt, very bad. I don't wear sunscreen. I don't. I see it as pointless. So I didn't wear sunscreen, and I ended up burning terribly. Like, super bad. Like, right now, my back is peeling. And after this, I'm probably gonna go shower and, like, try to, like, get my back to stop peeling. I've showered, like, 3 hours ago, but now I'm gonna, like, go and get, like, a brush to, like, rub off dead skin or something. And that sounds all gross and all, but it's, like, the Bahamas, it's really close to the sun, and I'm a very tan person right now, more than most people, and you guys will see how tan I am in one of the pictures. Now, if I don't edit in this pictures, like, a lot of this is going off of a picture, so it's gonna not be as good. So, yeah, well, hopefully we'll get to it. You know, hopefully I actually put in the pictures for like 10 to 15 seconds each, so you guys can actually look at them. And mind you, I'm sorry, I'm beautiful, like a diamond in the sky. You guys are gonna like them. If not for me, I'm not the only one in the picture, so you guys will like them anyway. Hint, hint. Why am I saying hint, hint? You guys already saw them. Or you didn't, because I was dumb and lazy. And we ended up going to the beach, and then after the beach, we're like, we're gonna go to the boat. We are going to eat on the boat, then we are going to get off the boat, and we had to take a taxi, and we almost died. We almost hit a car really fast when backing out. But we didn't hit a car, so we're still alive, so it's all good. So, if you almost died, that's not a big deal. Yeah. You guys get it. I'm still alive, it's fine. Or maybe I'm not, maybe I'm a zombie and I'm a talking ghost guy. You know, then that would be weird. He's gonna die in round 13. And, so we pretty much had to take a taxi to the beach, and then we had to take a taxi back, and it was $4 a person. So, I mean, yeah, it was like $30 there and back. Or no, 7 times 4 is $28 per person there and back. You know, it's not expensive, but it's not cheap either. I'm gonna sell all of my farms just because I know this guy's not good enough to live. I'm gonna tell him GG right now. And this is where he dies. Yeah, this is where he dies. Now, he's dead. That's just how it works. Yeah. And, it was like $30 there and back, so I guess, like, they were all mad. Like, why don't we just eat here? It's like, that's $10 a person, that's $60. It's still cheaper to eat on the boat there and back. And that's $10 per person if you don't get a drink. You're obviously going to get a drink. So it is cheaper. Trust me. Yeah. And that's only for, like, a small plate. And you're on a cruise. You go big or you go home. And you can't go home on a cruise, so you might as well go big. You stuff yourself. That's what you do. And, Beastly Ben 123. So we went back, we ate, we put on dry clothes, and I'll mind you, my back still hurts right now, pretty badly. And we put on dry clothes, we ate, and then we went to the shops there, and I think I ended up blowing like $200 throughout the 2 days, but that's okay. You know, I bought stuff for my family. They were like, you don't have to, you probably shouldn't. I'm like, I'm gonna buy you stuff. Because I'm a nice person. Except compared to Canadian people. They're even more nice. Like, yeah. Not anymore. So yeah, like, they're really nice people, and I love them to death. Yeah. And pretty much we ended up buying stuff. I ended up getting a little magnet thing, some coffee cups. Yeah, we got coffee cups and stuff. I got coffee cups. I got like 3 shot glasses, like with one of them like parents' names on them. Frederick and George. Yep, that's definitely my parents' names. Frederick and George. No, not George. It's Jorge. Jorge. Yeah, that sounds better. Yeah. Frederick and Jorge. Meow, I'm a cat. We ended up getting that. I hope to have 10-1. Even though I got an account with 466-1. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Jorge stuff. We got shot glasses I got a little deck of cards with the word Bahamas on it. Oh yeah, stopped to Bahamas, and I quote Bahamas in Nassau, like N-A-S-S-U, Nassau. I think that's how it's pronounced. And Nassau, we weren't there as long. You know, we were there for like maybe 8 to 10 hours in port. So 8.5 hours, I think. He's farming. We're gonna be aggressive on 6, and we're gonna get late farms. That's how this is gonna work. There you go. And now we are going to start sending blacks. Farm placements are kind of odd. Seems like no one centralizing at the bottom. Now he's gonna have to play catch up or sell a farm. Yeah, he's gonna be trying to play catch up, and I don't think it's gonna work out very well. Yeah. Now I'm gonna start farming. We're gonna get a farm there later. I don't know, I don't like having to move my mouse. And honestly, we might leak a little bit here, but I'm not too worried about lives. I've never been one to care about lives if people have watched me play. Even in Koth, which I am not in, by the way. Not anymore. Oh, I might be in holiday mode. But I don't play in it because I find it boring. You know, some people don't, but I personally do. And now we got another 1-0 farm in 1 to 2. There we go. And you know, we got off in Nassau and we just got more stuff. I ended up getting a little, like, not a maraca, but it's got like a little drum thing, and you like spin it back and forth for my brother and sister. And that was cool, I guess. See, that's what you guys are into. They're younger, so that was my great idea for them. I want to get 500. There you go. Perfect eco. Every 12 seconds is a guaranteed farm. Because maybe rounds are super long, even though they're not. But we now have 4 1-0 farms in about 3 seconds. I don't think he sent anything, so we are a little further ahead in the eco game than him. So we have double his balloon eco and same farm eco. Okay, now he's sending stuff. This is where you do this, this, and this, just to be safe. Ouch. And we got off at Nassau, and I think I ended up getting a little magnet thing. I ended up blowing $40 on a shirt. Now, mind you, like, why would you spend $40 on it? The shirt was bamboo, and those shirts feel voluptuous. They feel amazing. So I got one of those. How did I get $1? How was it? I guess I have 500 point X eco. That's okay. Let's put it right there. Now we're going to send 1 set of camo leads. This isn't going to do anything. Now let's just wait for all of them to get burning stuff on them. 1 set of camo leads. Actually, no, we're going to send 3 sets, just so if he does not get anything, he'll be dead. It might be 2 sets. Yeah, it is 2 sets. So now we're just going to send some spaced rainbows after them, just for layering purposes, presuming he... Oh, we got a wizard. Yeah, for layering purposes. Yep, looks like he region farmed. That's not going to do anything, but just in case he so happens to live. And we did 125 life, that's okay. So then we got off, you know, I bought some stuff. blew up 100 money as a $50 or $40 bamboo shirt, and then I spent like I bought 4 other shirts. That's a funny name. Well, just random. It's okay. We can live pretty long with this actually on this map. So I ended up getting shirts. I ended up getting some keychains, a deck of cards, coffee cup, all that cool stuff. And then we ended up boarding back on the boat. We ended up having to go to the fine dining dinner. I didn't talk about the fine dining dinner. There's like casual dining, which is pretty much just like no gym shorts, no flip-flops and sandals, and none of that stuff. But then the elegant dinner, which is the one that I went to that night, or I guess like a couple nights ago, the second night of the boat. You know, because I went to flash forward. I had to wear I wore a dress-up pants and a button-up collar shirt with a tie. I looked pretty fancy. Not gonna flash up a picture of that because I don't have that on my phone, but I do have a picture of it. People are gonna watch this video like, well, is he gonna talk for a full hour, or is it gonna be sped up? I'm gonna talk for like, what time is it? An hour and 10 minutes in. And I think I've rambled a little too much, but it's okay. I'm not too terribly worried about it. And people who want to listen to my story time, you know what, there's going to be 10 people who watch all of it. Those 10 people are pretty cool kids. It's a story time. And, we ended up getting food. It was more fancy food that night, and we had to wear dress-up clothes, and I looked fancy. But then, you know, after we got back from Nassau, we're going to flash forward back to that again. I think, I might have skipped that night. I ended up skipping 2 of the 5 nights and just eating on the buffet. Just for the fact I'm like, I'm not really a fancy person. You guys can go. I don't feel like it. I'll just be at the club and talk to people as opposed to that. Or, did I tie my eyes? Yeah, whatever. It's probably on time by now anyway. You know, or I'd eat at the buffet or something. He's saving up for a ring of fire. No, he's not. Okay. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, whatever floats your boat, unless it's a goat, you're gonna fall in a moat. That's probably why you shouldn't have worn a coat. Well, I'm whispering, rambling, trying to think of what I was gonna say. Fancy food. Final day of the boat. It was like the farewell party. You know, everybody's like, oh my god, farewell party. I ended up staying till 3 a.m. that night, which was long. It was a lengthy 3 a.m. And pretty much like there was no deck party that night. The deck party was the night before. It was conga lines, dance lines, a big conga line with like 1,000 people, a Mexican buffet that one night, and it was cool. You know, I went out there. I went to that and saw people dance. Then there was ping pong. I didn't play any ping pong though. Probably should have. Is my last time? No, it's not. Is it? It's kind of. Not amazingly. Not terribly either. We're not gonna worry about timing it. I don't care enough. I'm lazy. And that's what we did. It was awesome. Yeah, awesome stuff. And then the farewell party, you know, we went in. We had like, everybody got a free t-shirt and like, everybody's gonna sign it. Then everybody started putting like their Instagram on it, and their phone number, and their Snapchat. I'm like, you guys can just put it in a phone. And then everybody started doing that. I'm like, oh, it's past the phone. You know, that's what that night turned into. And then like, you know, we did some 10 fingers again. Late night in the middle of deck 7, which was like, we were just sitting on couches playing it at that point. And it was fun. I think I won that round. I had 4 fingers left. I was pretty proud of myself. Or was I? Maybe wanted to have negative, even though that's not really the point. I should have stopped eco. I have a chance to die next round. If I die, I die. You know, maybe my sniper will save me. Yeah, okay, we really should have stopped, but you know what? We're fine. Maybe he won't send anything. Maybe we won't die. And maybe I was ingredient. Cool. That's kind of surprising. Okay, he's got a ring of fire in front now. So now I don't think I can do anything, so we're just going to get up to eco. Now we're going to stop eco. We're good. And then the shirt, this guy had 8 dongs on it. He had 8 dongs on his shirt. Specifically 8? Yes, it was specifically 8 dongs on the shirt. Don't question his motives. He just wanted to have 8 dongs on his shirt, so he did. Come on. Come on. There we go. We should be fine. Now it's going to be invisible. Hopefully. Unless I move the mortar like that. No. No, we're going to get that up. Okay. We're hopefully fine now. Hopefully. And, yeah, it was pretty much a big farewell party. And we stayed up doing 10 finger, the friendly hugs and everything, you know. That's pretty much what it was. And then the next day, I'm going to try to wrap this up by the end of this game. We got up at 8 a.m. and I didn't end up going to sleep till 5 a.m. but like I left the little party place like at 3 a.m. like, and the boat started rocking real bad, and yeah, man, if you had one less life. He's gonna die in 15. And we're gonna get that up. And what was I talking about? He's moving the mortar. Yeah, mortar movements. He's still moving it. Yeah. He should be fine. No lives lost. No lives lost. So we're good. He's good. Even though he's probably gonna die in 15. Now I could mortar exploit him, but I'm not sure if I'm in the mood to do that. So yeah, it was a farewell party, and then we're gonna mortar exploit him. And then I had to get up at 5. Was it 5 a.m.? No. I had to get up at 8 a.m. and then we were off the boat by 8:30 a.m. And it was a long and lengthy car ride. Oh my god, he's not gonna die. That's not enough to kill him. Crap. Let's do that. He's gonna live. No. Oh, whatever. Maybe I should have lost one game. Oh, he might die. Okay, he died. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm not gonna go into the next game. Next video, 2 battles videos from now is gonna be 3100 wins, because this is a flash forward. It's gonna be 80.5. Pretty much. Okay, I need to summarize quickly. It was a farewell party. You know, we went to bed. Got up at 8:30 a.m. I'm on 3 hours of sleep. Got up at 7:30 a.m. Was out of my room by 8 a.m. with all my stuff packed. We were in the car by 8:30 a.m. and we had a 17-hour miserable drive home. Got home at 2 a.m. My family's there. Mom's still up. Dad's not home yet from work. Yeah. So I think that's the little story time of where I was. And I could answer more in-depth questions in the comments below, but this was a hour and 15-minute story time. Hope you guys all have a good day, and I will see you guys later.